verse number 10 and 11. Yada panchavatisthante jnanani manasa saha buddhischa na vicheshtati tam ahuha paramam gatim tam yogam iti manyate sthiram indriya dharanam apramatah tada bhavati yogo hi prabhavapyayo. So here these two verses are describing the state of yoga, popularly called as yoga. So in verse number 10, yada means when. Yada panchavatisthante. Vatisthante meaning at rest. What is at rest? The senses together with the mind. Manasa saha. Manasa meaning mind, saha means together. So when the five senses are at rest, pancha here means five senses. Buddhist means intellect. So here it means when the five sources of knowledge, meaning these sense organs that take in and transport to the mind what they see, hear, feel or smell. So when these five sources of knowledge that work in tandem with the mind, they stop their work or they are at rest, and even intellect gets silent. Buddhischa na vicheshtati. Even intellect is not acting. It is then that one has reached the higher state. When your mind is quiet like silent water, where there are no ripples of thoughts, your mind gets absolutely devoid of any thought. When your sense organs close themselves to the world and you are not aware what is going around you, it is then that you have reached a higher state where you become aware of your individual self, of your Atma. So this is what what our purpose of meditation is, to reach that state and become aware of the Atma inside us. So in verse number 11, tam yogam, tam meaning that state, yogam is to be yoga. Iti manyate, it is considered. Manyate means considered. Sthiram indriya dharanam, meaning steady control of the senses. Indriya meaning senses. Sthiram meaning control. Apramataha meaning undistracted or focused concentration. Tada means then. Bhavati is one becomes. So here in verse number 11, which says it's a continuation of verse 10, it says that this steady control of the senses, sthiram indriya dharanam, this steady control of the senses is considered to be yoga. Tam yogam iti manyate. This is what yoga is. Then one becomes mindful and undistracted. Apramataha tada bhavati. But this yoga comes and goes. Yogo hi prabhavapyayo. It comes and goes. That's the meaning of this. So what's the meaning of this comes and goes? So let me elaborate upon this. The natural tendency of mind is to wander. And the natural tendency of our senses is to accumulate sensations from outside us, isn't it? That is the default mode of senses and of our mind. So such steady control of senses, even if you're controlling it, it does not remain so for all the time, isn't it? For example, you meditate for 30 minutes daily, say, and out of those 30 minutes, you realize that you were in the yoga state for only 10 minutes, when your mind and your senses had stopped working. What about the rest of the time? And what about the rest of the day? Are you back to the unsteadiness of the senses and mind? You know the answer to that best. And so you can very well understand that such a state of yoga fluctuates. Sometimes it's there, that steady control, sometimes it is not there. And that is what exactly is mentioned in this verse. That this yoga or this steady control comes and goes. However, if we try to keep our mind pure, bring discipline to our daily routine, we can probably acquire this steady control not just for a few minutes, but for our entire life. For that, probably we need to be mindful, focus on 100% focus on whatever we are doing at the moment. That is mindfulness. That probably will help in maintaining a steady control over our senses and our mind too.